Last we left off Wild Arms, I left a note to myself that we want to explore a town to the north of here and also maybe get some more money to buy some of the stuff in town. I think I had just purchased things from the previous town, spent a ton of money, and then got to a new town that had better gear in it, as sometimes happens. I think we said it was a cave to the north, not the pyramid, but I'll check really quick. Ambushed. How dare you, game? Disease. I'm actually not sure what disease does in this game. Poison. It's poisoned and diseased. Oh my god. Poison hurts really bad in this game. It's like 10% of max HP. Sweet. It's okay, if I get into random battles looking for this cave, it's fine, because I need money to get other shit. Conchina. Does disease prevent? Is it like silence? Oh, it is. Yikes. Silence and something worse, it looks like. Oh god. Oh, he's still poisoned. Really gotta get like a item to deal with that. That's not suspicious at all. Here we go. What's up, dude? Thanks, man. Oh man, statue puzzles. Don't fall off the ledge. Someone already opened a chest in here. Rude. Alright, I didn't get to go first that time. Good. Man. Side effects are brutal. You need to just buy a bunch of resist items. Alright, so Jack is able to one-shot them, it looks like. Rudy does on a crit. Go team. Woof. I feel like I need to start using magic against these guys. Let's see. Blast. Group magic. I don't really need group magic. I'm gonna kill them before they use their status effect attacks. Don't run away. First of all, how dare you? Blue circlets. Sounds like that's Cecilia. Maybe? Here we go. Makes you immune to paralysis. Okay. Looks like anybody can have it. Ooh, I do have things that make you immune to disease and poison, though. I feel like I should probably make Cecilia immune to disease. But Rudy's luck is like trash, right? Well, it's not as bad now. At the beginning of the game, it was horrible. It's interesting that the thing that protects against status effects is an offhand item. I'm used to those being accessories. If you hold a stone or a flower or something. Oh, a new spell. Hits all enemies, that's cool. Sonic Buster has been mastered. The word Buster in Japanese games. Presumably I can burn this with a lighter? Hey! Solving puzzles. Hobgoblins. Okay. I wonder why they went with 3D combat for this game. I feel like the overworld is awesome looking. This is really cool PS1 32-bit sprite art. I guess the combat sprites aren't terrible looking. It was like 1997 PS1. Same year that Final Fantasy VII came out. It's my only Touchstone years in the 90s. 97 was Final Fantasy VII, 95 was Donkey Kong Country 2. Is that a pommable wall? I think so. Okay. Did I check? You never know. Some chests I missed earlier that are further, should be further down, I think. Do 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 do. Some of the enemies, like they've been hit sound effects sound like a cat. Somebody grabbing a cat's tail or something. I don't know. It's interesting. I think Cecilia is strong enough to one-shot them with her spell. Her speed is the worst. She tends to act late. Get him, Jack. Alright, I did something. Presumably I haven't seen the locked door for it yet. I'll try nuking everybody. I guess it's not a one-shot. That plus Jack's ability. Or that plus anyone else's single target attack. Nice shot. And looks like progress. See what I did with that switch. I would start running away from encounters to make progress in here, but I really need the gold. A level up. Decent amount of money per fight, yeah. So. I think that's what the switch did. Alright, let's try doing a combination of Sonic Buster and Blast. That should kill all of them. Somewhat expensive. Dope. Easy. Secret sign. What's that? Consume 1 less MP per fast draw. Ooh. That's a big deal. I feel like I should probably use it on the group attack, because that's something I have call to use in every combat with multiple enemies. Secret items in this game, or the stat increasing items, are cool. I think this game had a dupe bug. A lot of these early PS1 RPGs did. I know Final Fantasy VII had a pretty infamous one, but you couldn't really do it until the end of the game. The W item trick. It's lame when 2 hits aren't enough. Brutal attack. Does that hurt? I got a WD-40 in my chair. Try to remember for next session. So let's see. Trying to decide if I should backtrack out and buy all the stuff in the town that I needed. Probably help with these combats. It's getting low on healing. Don't think magic carrots are crazy expensive in this one though. Really? Doing a film adaptation? That's cool. How long has that been in development? Mechner's the guy that did Prince of Persia, the creator of the game. Oh, it only hits a group. I see. I don't know which of those does more damage. It's probably based on elemental weakness. This wasn't 10. Yeah, I wonder if the release of the Murder on the Orient Express movie would, like, delay that at all. Well, I guess it hasn't stopped Hollywood from releasing movies with similar basic premises at the same time in the past. Very different story. I'm interested to see where Last Express goes story-wise. I was not expecting to start as kind of sort of a bad guy. Maybe. Figure out how to get to those golden chests. Do it. I don't know how to get up there. I'll swing back to town real quick and try to buy all the things. Stay at the inn. Get some more status recovery items. Get some more mana recovery items. God damn it. Of course. It's just thinking, man, I'm doing pretty well. I'm not getting into random encounters here. Nope. If you could get it on the voting spreadsheet, it would be pretty cheap. It's like 10 hours or something. Steal my holy symbol. Okay, you get your shit back if you killed them before they run away. Thanks! Free stay at the inn. I dig it. What is a little doggo? That's fair. I was gonna say, did they put in any weight limit on getting it to make the sound? It's very RPG Maker. Like, make a chicken or a cat that makes a sound when you talk to it. You forget to put a weight in there, you can just mash the button. Big old doggo. Alright, let's find the shop. Believe in the philosophy of returning to nature. These are the summon creatures. Gurdajef, as game is a little bit pre-localization, being taken seriously. Gotta go get Zephyr, probably from Mount Zenom. I gotta find the shop in this town first, though. The new moon seems to watch us, judge us. That's a regular item shop. You might want medicine and antidotes. Mostly in the business for gear. I could have sworn there was a weapon shop in this town, at least past me. I left a note to myself to farm up some money to afford everything here. Give it one more once over. Saw that already. This guy. Hey. Yes, please. To heal less, so that's nice. Alright, perfect. Now I bought everything. Save before we go back to the mountain real quick. Andrew, do you want to do Blue Apron again tonight?
I was thinking about Taco Bell.
Okay. I'm not even sponsored by Blue Apron, and Blue Apron's pretty great. You should try it if you already budget for eating out about the number of times a Blue Apron costs per week. She does every night and day. Alright. You can imagine that if you played video games where you can reserve a part of your health bar for certain purposes, and then it effectively reduces your max health. It's like Andrea has a brain meter, and probably about 5% of that brain meter is just reserved for Taco Bell thoughts. 10% song lyrics, maybe?
More than that.
More than that?
I know a lot of song lyrics.
What percent would you say is physics?
Define physics. Like, all the math and stuff.
The work that you do?
Maybe like 65?
Exactly. Use the promo code Marstead with Blue Apron. Man, Blue Apron really improved my...
Yeah, they should really get them to pay you. Hey! I like it, Taco Bell.
Taco Bella. I think the two vegetable dishes have been my favorite so far.
Mm-hmm.
Meat dishes have been good.
What was
too.
the other vegetable dish last week?
It was noodles. Noodles and kale. Dr. Taco Bell.
Damn straight,
Damn
sir.
See my new thingamajig.
Emoji?
No, it didn't work. It works from here though. There it is.
Oh ho! Perhaps I could try some rolling.
So Rolade?
Rolling.
Oh.
There's a part in the game where, like, he's stuck because there's a bunch of, Oh god, he died. Shit. Well, I've got a res spell. He's stuck because there's all these, like, balls rolling at him and he can't get past them. And the way you as a player are supposed to get past them is to dodge them with a dodge roll.
Uh-huh.
She's like, perhaps I could try some rolling.
This is where having an attack that hits everything would be nice.
Yeah, I know, right?
Blast doesn't do that? Oh, it hits too.
It hits groups, yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
Fuck you, fox things. Kitties are so hungry. Oh! This is a game where if you die, you get restored to 1 hit point out of combat. I like that.
So you don't have to waste a res.
Yeah. Put the mana on. Usually res spells cost a lot. You missed a game that's just like Titanic Adventure Out of Time.
Ooh.
Except it's on a train instead of a boat.
Are you trying to stop World War II?
I don't know what's going on in that game yet. But it's very similar. You move forward and backward, there's time is moving while you're on it.
Uh-huh.
So you have to, like, run into people at the right time to interact with them. You might dig it. I think you should play Obra Dinn once I beat it.
That's the ship mystery insurance guy?
Yeah. Gal.
Gal, my bad. I apologize for
damn right.
assuming that was wrong. We really need just a gender neutral word that's not plural, because, like...
They?
Yeah, you can say they, but it's
Schmear,
plural. It always
sure.
kind of bothers me.
I know.
So I'm like, there should be something better. Human, I guess.
Got some kind
But
of
that has the word man in it.
death clock.
Dibs on a stereo. Oh, well, so there you go. You might be trying to stop World War I instead of World War II.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Some
Both,
guy named
and
Ferdinand's
if you
in it.
stop World War I, you most likely stop World War II. At least as we know it.
Stupid English. There's a lot of stuff we excel at, and there's a lot of stuff we suck at. That's one of those.
I say folks a lot if I'm referring to a bunch of people, like, instead of you guys.
I think you guys is fine.
I think it's fine too, but I've known people to be like, oh, don't you mean and girls? And so
No.
I just don't use it.
No.
So.
Guys is gender neutral. I think dude is gender neutral too. So as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know, I like folks.
Call you dude. Call my sister dude.
Yes, you do. Well, but that's because she's a gay black man. Anyway, she says that's her alternate identity.
Y'all's pretty good. Yeah, I think y'all is... I've just accepted y'all. I used to be kind of prejudiced against the southern U.S. accent, which if anyone in chat has a southern accent, I used to be prejudiced. I learned.
Yeah, y'all is good.
I used to be a
I don't like
huge
typing
grammar Nazi.
y'all.
Yeah?
Why?
Just type it without the apostrophe.
Y'all? I don't know.
Is that different from all?
Y'all. Y'all and y'all. It's different.
Is it? It's different to you?
Yes.
Okay. You could say the lot of you. You lot. I think y'all is probably... Y'all and their, or a gender-neutral pronoun, two of the biggest holes in the language, where it's like, why don't we have something that means that? Yeah, you people.
With the faces. These look like the white mushrooms in Kingdom Hearts that give you lots of really good shit if you
cast
do the right
spell
yeah.
on them. I can see that. You know, Kingdom Hearts 3 has been out for almost a month now.
Oh, it has?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that. Are you gonna get it?
I have to beat all the other Kingdom Hearts games, and
We already did the first one, right?
I beat the first one. I'm about 8 hours into the second one. What I'm doing is I'm having kind of an informal franchise focus on Kingdom Hearts, but I'm like, it's my lowest priority thing to do on Mondays. And I've got a bunch of other shit to do on Mondays, like catch up people's anniversaries and subblocks and crap like that. Here's confusion.
I guess anyone who's played it, and I assume the answer to this is yes, because that was the case for the second one. Can I still enjoy the game if I don't understand any of the fucking plot at all?
You enjoyed Kingdom Hearts 2.
Exactly, yes, yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, I don't understand the plot. I can get, like, Heartless. I like playing,
Do you get the Heartless, though?
No, well, okay, I get them more than I get nobodies. It's like, if someone loses their heart, they leave behind a nobody, but also they're still there, so somehow one has become three.
But the nobody has a body,
No.
but it has no heart. And the Heartless...
Right, so like, why don't you just split into a Heartless and a nobody?
Yeah.
Why are you still there?
Yeah.
If you don't have your heart and you don't have your anti-heart? Like...
They're called
do you see the disconnect there?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I very much do.
But yeah, there's like some organization with some people, and they're bad.
And it gets more convoluted after Kingdom Hearts 2. I gotta play Birth by Sleep on stream. We might finish it sometime this year. It depends on what else opens up. I want to be...
Right, I mean, Kingdom Hearts 1, okay, great. Maleficent. Maleficent,
You
right?
say it.
She kidnaps the princesses. You have to save the princesses. It's very straightforward.
I've heard... Okay, you end with scent, and you begin with Mal, but then it's every possible combination of every vowel, the letter F and the letter C that's possible between those beginning and end of the name.
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts 3 makes some of the Metal Gears look quaint. Wow.
That's alright. I mean, usually the game makes it clear-ish who's the bad guy and who's the good guy, and so I'll just be like, alright, that's a bad guy, I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah. And just do the Pro ZD thing where you're like, oh my god, it's a Disney character. Son of a bitch. Okay. Alright, hamster. Spare me from those traps. Trap chests.
Like, I don't even remember what happened to Kairi at the end of 2. I think she's still alive.
Spoilers for 2.
Oh, right, you haven't played it yet.
Put it on stream.
Never mind. Don't answer. I need to play 2 again. All I remember is the stupid fucking 2-hour-long tutorial with Roxas. Fuck that asshole.
Before you can get on the dope-ass Disney train?
Yeah, and then you finally get on the dope-ass Disney train, and one of the first levels you do is a Little Mermaid level.
I actually made it to the dope-ass Disney train on stream, so next time we play Kingdom Hearts 2, we'll be picking right back up from...
Sing its way, we'll dance and we'll play, and something...
They didn't even... That's what I hate about those levels.
Fun.
It's not so much... Are you serious, game? Are you gonna send me all the way back down? If we hit one of those rocks, we're goners. Get the high ground. Ooh. That's cool. I like that those happen in response to plot events in the game. It's like Disney, they make musicals, right? And they have this great catalog of Disney songs, including Disney songs from The Little Mermaid.
And they clearly have the copyrights to use
because it's a Disney game. And instead of using any of the songs we like, they make up some really shitty ones in Kingdom Hearts 2.
But yeah, I've definitely played 1 the most. I think I've only played through 2 once or twice.
I only played through 2 once.
Yeah.
And
1
it was really
just
weird
so
too.
good. I love 1. on.
I copied 2 to I had a PlayStation hard drive for playing Final Fantasy 11, and that worked. I could play it from the hard drive without having the disc, so I could let my friend Zach play it at the same time. But whenever I would do a gummy ship mission, I had to put in disc 2, and I couldn't do that.
I hated the gummy ship.
So I would play
I just
the game
avoided
until
that
I
at all
got...
costs. My gummy ship was the barest gummy ship you could have, because I sold all the parts, and I managed to make it work.
So I let my friend play the game, but if I wanted to keep playing it, I had to go get the disc from him whenever I got to a gummy ship level. I had to drive to his house, get the disc, bring it back to my house, do the gummy ship level, bring the disc back to him.
This sounds like a problem you could have avoided.
Well, I just wanted him to be able to play the game, because he couldn't afford it.
Yeah, but why, you could play the whole game and finish it and then give it to him.
But he wanted to play it when it came out.
Well, tell him that patience is a virtue. You're a very generous person.
It's a big Dargon. Meteor Dive has been mastered. Oh, it's pretty hard. Ow. Disney stuff is good in Kingdom Hearts 3. That's cool. Happy to hear that. Miss! I only have like 5 shots.
And also, you are right up against it, and it's huge.
85% chance.
How do you miss?
You're saying it like it's my fault.
Yes.
Like, I personally failed. That I should be ashamed of myself.
You should be.
Because my 1d20 came up with 3. 2 or a 1. It's an 85% chance. You excited to play D&D tomorrow?
Yes.
Cool. You haven't played in a long time.
Mm-mm.
Hopefully it will be fun and enjoyable for you. If this campaign I'm making for Andrea and Sailor Dan and Sailor Dan's wife Lindsay works out, I'll probably stream it later with different people. I've tried to not talk about it too much in Discord so as not to give away spoilers for anyone that ends up wanting to play in that game.
Ben. Oh. The melody just went somewhere I wasn't expecting.
Killed that dragon. Killed it dead.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Yeah, that
At least his tail didn't hit all of you. I was afraid that was gonna
I know,
happen.
right?
It's gonna do like a sweep.
I don't remember if magic carrots are trivial to obtain in this game or a hassle to obtain.
Well, usually the magic items are a hassle, right? Like ethers.
Yeah, they're basically ethers. I can never... every game does it differently. You have to kind of be cautious with your ether usage in most Final Fantasy titles. But then you have Final Fantasy V where they like accidentally made an early game area where every single enemy drops an elixir. By the time you get out of there, you have like 43 elixirs.
Nice.
And then there's no other areas in the game that are like that, and you never revisit that area after the fact. So you get out of there and you don't realize what happened. I found a switch. I found a switch. I'm out of mana. Run away!
Braves a robin.
Rudy's party was too slow. That's mean.
Bravely ran away.
So the run away prompt says you ran away, and then it says, but you were too slow.
I don't know, man. You're gonna be too slow. Yeah, nope.
First try. Everything's fine. Save point will be great here soon. Ugh. 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 Which one's progress, Andrea?
Dude,
Which one's chests?
I do not know.
I'm gonna go to the other one, and that one's gonna look more like progress. I'm gonna backtrack. Ugh.
Yeah, it just leads you down into the, vault where all the gold is.
Uh-huh. Hi, Ben. Are you a hungry kitty? Were you snuggling all night last night? Most of it with Marty?
Yeah, we had both kitties.
Adorable. Ben has gotten extra snuggly at night. It used to be he would show up for about 20 minutes. He'd be like, okay, I'm done, bye. Now he just stays in the bed with us all night. He's chilled out, I think. I don't know if you agree. Like, he's still pretty high-strung, but it used to be if you moved slightly, he'd be like, oh my god, you moved. Like, we can't be friends anymore. I have to go be sad about this for an hour. Capital H, got me. Hey, it works. Looks good. Has a purpose outside of the channel. So you want drunk Taco Bell?
Yes.
Is that alcohol in that?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
You just ask because that means you have to drive.
It does. I don't like driving.
So you have to prepare yourself.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder which one you have to move. See, you would call this a puzzle. I call this doing the obvious thing.
Although actually it was sort of obvious.
I hate driving.
It's stressful, he hates other people.
I don't hate other people, that's not true.
No, I hate other people.
I don't drive very often, especially since we moved to...
I don't know, the only place I have had driving issues has been in Albuquerque.
Right. No, it's mild. It's not like California where everything's traffic all the time. Everyone's out to kill each other.
I hate driving in California. It's the fucking worst. You can't really get into an accident though because you're only going 15 miles an hour the whole time.
Right. You're in the fuck driving camp? Fucking A. We gotta get this fleet of automated cars and like a Netflix-style subscription to them, so I can just hail a car that's driving around over and over. I would pay... Well, I would say I would pay $50 a month, but we probably spend $50 a month on gas on Santa Fe trips.
$500?
I don't think I'd pay $500 a month. That's absurd. It's got to be competitive with owning a car. I think $50 is probably close to what it's going to be. 50 to 100, depending on how often you use it.
Well, I guess we don't have buses.
Yeah, we don't have public transport out here. Although, Kami should know, Canada is really big and empty. It's not like Europe where it's so dense that you can have a good public transport system. Alright, it's paralysis and silence. I don't know what that question mark status effect is. It's not confusion. Flash? Forgetfulness, okay. The dream is that Uber and Lyft, the whole reason they're doing it right now and they're kind of taking a loss on it is to eventually replace their human drivers with a fleet of automated cars, and that everyone will just have a subscription-based service where they hail an automated vehicle that picks them up.
I don't know, how many people are in Texas? Because Texas is pretty empty, or at least the west side of it.
Okay. Saskatchewan's pretty empty. Pretty big and vast.
Oh, alright. Well, I mean... Yeah.
I've gotten to that...
So, Texas is pretty empty.
Well, he's making a joke. He's saying, are you calling my province empty? Like,
yes.
Obviously, it's extremely empty. Much more empty than anything in the United States. Maybe Wyoming.
Yeah, Wyoming's pretty empty.
I've gotten into that debate with a couple people from Europe before that are like, yeah, why don't you just do trains? I'm like, trains would be great, but America is really fucking huge. There's a lot of nothing. That's why actually trains do work in like New England, where things are about as dense as they are in Europe.
It's true, you've got Amtrak. I used to take the train into New York whenever I'd go to New York when I was in Connecticut.
Is there a tent in this game? There is not. Do I want to use my ethers not knowing how much they cost? Or
I don't know.
Wild
You were knocking on
Arms,
Canada.
Magic Carrot. Magic Carrots. How many towns that sell this item?
And water. Yeah, and really nice people. Right, Kami, aren't Canadians more nice, or are you guys mean to each other? That's fair. Alright, so we
Too
just need to make a
cold.
Kohler.
Got Tim Hortons. Got hockey.
Maple syrup. Tim
Beer.
Hortons.
Bob and Doug. John Candy.
Toronto.
Alex Trebek.
Justin Bieber.
Alanis Morissette.
I'm pretty sure Avril Lavigne.
Not Alan Alda. Most of the cast of Canadian Bacon is Canadian, but not Alan Alda, I don't think. Toronto's also garbage. Did you know that Avril Lavigne was worried that people wouldn't get Skate Boy, but then it paid off?
Ooh, Nickelback.
Did you see that the lead singer of Slipknot says that Imagine Dragons is the new Nickelback?
Really?
don't respect-
I like Imagine.
I
I
don't-
guess I kind of like Nickelback. If one of those songs comes on, I know the words.
They're fine.
I can sing along.
They're fine, and that's the problem. Look at this graph!
No, Photograph, right?
I know.
Okay.
I can't fucking stand Imagine Dragons. I really can't.
I like Imagine Dragons.
It's because I feel nothing when I hear them. I feel bad too, because like the internet's starting to hate Imagine Dragons. And I'm a hipster, and I hated Imagine Dragons before it was cool. Oh god. The question is, can I get back here?
Burp.
Okay, so
Why did you find a save point?
I did find a save point, but I don't want to use any of my ethers because I might
Okay,
need
well,
them
I'm
to
gonna
find the
get
boss.
another drink, so
What's the problem?
you keep going.
Well, yeah, I've got 15 minutes left.
Okay. I don't know if you were like
No.
wanting to end. You know, feed the kitties.
Belzelk, whose name is totally not supposed to be Berserk. Belzelk? Orga Widow, go play with them. Cool boss appearance effect. Question is, does its world sprite look cooler than the combat sprite? Pretty comparable. Nice crit. Capture web! Exclamation point. Oof. Paralysis protection. Say, if that missed again, I was about to be so pissed. Poison! Arm lock on. Increases accuracy to 100%. Seems pretty good.
Oh, that's a big spider. Is that the Ice King? As a spider?
He does have a blue face and
Well,
white
and a
hair.
big nose. I guess he doesn't have the long flowing beard.
Thanks, Phoenix, bro.
Dude, a week from tomorrow, we're going to Las Vegas to see, like, one of my favorite bands of all time, which is Muse. So don't say anything shitty about Muse, ever. I will full-heartedly disagree and use my control of being able to talk more than you guys can span the chat. Yeah, exactly. Good. Tommy's on board.
Go to Jeff.
Have you heard their new album? It's actually pretty good. I didn't like their last two albums as much. Especially like the dubstep stuff, personally. But they put on such a great show. I've seen them like 4 times already.
Did you see that it's snowing in Vegas? Kevin posted
Really? Oh, alright.
Snow
I'll
on
bring
the
my
Luxor.
jacket.
First significant snow since like the 90s. So it won't be 115 degrees Fahrenheit / 45 degrees Celsius.
I'll need to bring my jacket. If you guys don't know who Muse is, you should definitely look them up and play like Guitar Hero more.
Why? Because Knights of Sidonia?
Yeah, Knights of Sidonia is on Guitar Hero. It's really good.
Muse sometimes does stuff that's like video game rock. I can't really describe it. They started off more alternative and then kind of became like sci-fi rock. I don't know, it's hard to classify anything in genres these days.
Yeah, Supermassive Black Hole is a really good song. Which, fun fact, I'm pretty sure it's a fact, that movie was featured in the movie Twilight while the vampires were playing basketball during a thunderstorm because they're so strong that when they hit the baseball during a thunderstorm because they're so strong that when they hit the ball with the bat, it makes a loud crack that they can say was lightning or thunder.
Wait. So, in Twilight,
Yep,
which Stephanie Meyer, the creator, is a big fan of Muse.
correct.
The vampires want to play baseball.
Yep.
But they can't because they're so strong that people would hear the loud crack and be
Exactly.
like,
Be like,
vampires
"Ooh,
about.
I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna go investigate." Yes,
But they're okay with it if it's during a thunderstorm.
that's correct.
And the thunderstorm is presented with Supermassive Black Hole by Muse.
Yeah, that's what they play when they're playing basketball.
Jesus. Baseball.
Whatever. Sorry if I just ruined it for you. Yeah, and they wrote Neutron Star Collision, I think, for the second Twilight movie, which I love that song.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm sorry, Kami. But yeah, I remember watching the movie. Yes, I've seen the movie. I think I've seen all of them.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think I've seen all of them. Huh. I think I watched one on a plane once. But yeah, in the final one, it's really funny because like there's this big build-up with these two sides, they're gonna fight each other, and then they don't end up fighting each other because they both have
spoilers for the
precogs.
entire... What if someone in chat really wants to see Twilight and
Well, I'm
hasn't
not
seen
saying
it yet?
who they are or why that they're fighting. Like, that's what the big point is. Anyway, they don't end up fighting because they both have precogs. You could see that if they were to fight each other, they would both, like, kill each other.
I mean...
Lose. So they're like, okay, let's not fight each other. And then there's a magical solution in the end where people are like, oh, it's cool that this happened because it happened before and it was cool before, so we're cool.
On the one hand, that's dumb. On the other hand, if the universe establishes that they have precogs that everybody trusts, like, it would be a worse plot hole if they're like, hey guys, this is gonna end up badly, and everyone was like, no, let's fight anyway. So I gotta give her some props, I guess, for that. But still, it's... oof.
Well, so what they do in the movie, because that would be a very anticlimactic thing, is they show the battle that would have been.
That would have happened. Jesus. Oh, it's horrible.
There was a time when I was jokingly reading them aloud to Dylan, but we didn't get very far. I think we got like
you were joking.
3 chapters.
You were dead serious. I mean, you
I was doing it
accepted
because
that
it was
dumb.
funny.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by jokingly. I knew it was going to be funny. Yeah, we got maybe 4 chapters into Twilight.
Teardrop is being used for such horrors.
I do not ironically like Twilight.
Power.
Okay, so here's my thing about Twilight. The story is very interesting and very good.
Is it though?
I think it's very interesting and good in the way that, what can I say that people aren't going to get mad at me for? Good in the way that, oh no, they're going to get mad at me for that one.
Cheesy?
It's cheesy, it's a page turner, I mean, it's got vampires.
Oh, you were going to say Da Vinci Code. Da Vinci
Okay,
Code
fine,
is really
yeah.
stupid,
You know
but
what?
it's a
I'll
fun
go
book
with
to
Da Vinci
read,
Code.
right?
It's not as intellectual as Da Vinci Code.
Oh my god, that's embarrassing because Da Vinci
I
Code
know.
is moronic.
Well, anyway, yes, I read the books. The writing is horrendous. The, storytelling techniques are horrible. Her way of trying to evoke emotion or set a scene or even use some kind of an analogy to, understand what these people are feeling is bullshit. And also, the main core relationship is toxic and horrible.
Yeah.
No one should have that kind of relationship.
Akifal made the
At
point in
all.
chat a while ago that the movies are better than the books because in the books you hear Bella's inner
Oh
monologue.
my god, I hate that bitch. In the
In the movies,
second
you don't have to
one,
deal with that.
Edward leaves her because he's like, it's too dangerous for us to be together because I want to suck your blood all the time. Okay, so he leaves her and she's just absolutely distraught. And whenever she almost dies, she hears his voice in her head being like, no, don't do that. I don't want you to die. So she keeps trying to kill herself because she hears him, and that's good enough.
That sounds
Because
healthy.
he's not around. Yeah, see, like I said, this
Is that presented as wow, she's really mentally ill? That's kind of sad.
and look
or
how
is it-
protective of her he is. He's protective even when he's not there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Is that in the movie?
Yeah,
Oh. Woof.
I know. Well, like I said, if I had a teenager that read Twilight and was like, oh my god, I want this relationship so bad, I'd be like, let's have a conversation.
Woof. Yeah.
It is kind of like Quoth. I don't know, just in a right? Because he's not a very mature
Both's a moron.
in a relationship
also a
sort
liar.
of way. He's a fucking liar.
Don't believe everything you read, folks. Oh, by the way, that I had sex with the goddess of sex.
And I showed her, even though it was my first time. She fucking loved my cock. She was all about that.
Andrea, please.
I'm sorry.
I beg you. I beg you. Really.
She just was begging me for more. Couldn't stand it when I left. Tell me that's not basically what he says.
It is, yes.
Yeah, I guess we watched him at PAX, and it's actually very good.
Oh, it's fantastic. You should totally
Patrick
read it.
Rothfuss is a great author.
It's Harry Potter for grown-ups.
Yeah. But right, exactly. He worries about people using it for weddings because he has this quote where he's like, "You don't love someone because of things; you love someone despite of their flaws." And people use that in weddings all the time. He's like, "Are you serious? Have you read the books? Do you really think that quote is saying something profound here?" But I guess it speaks to some people.
It's a really good series. You should totally read it.
It's
Maybe wait till
totally
it's
good.
done. Don't be in a Gurm situation again, because it's not done.
Oh my god, he's been writing the third book for what? 4 years?
It's this big, unreliable narrator thing. There's something more to the books than
Yeah, you would
what's in the
kind of
surface
probably
level.
understand what he's going for in the books if you YouTube Patrick Rothfuss and Princess Story. I like the Princess Story.
Yeah.
I feel like that is what Patrick Rothfuss is all about. Is the Princess Story.
Princess and Mr. Whiffle.
Oh yeah, the star or the
Every breath you take.
good riddance at
Graduations.
graduations. I hope you had the time of your life.
We're at time, and I'm going to try to make it back to the save point in the town just for convenience sake. I think there's a surface story in Kingkiller Chronicles, and then there's what's actually going on. And I don't think it's going to be a reveal. I think the story's going to finish without that being obvious. It's never going to pop up and say, "Didn't you realize this is actually what happened?"
Oh, and the magic system in Name of the Wind /
That's the coolest part.
Yeah, it's really cool. It has some physics in it, sort of, which
Thermodynamics
I appreciate.
magic.
Yeah. At least, you can't make mass out of nothing. I appreciate that.
Well, it's the opposite of Harry Potter magic. Harry Potter magic is whatever J.K. Rowling needs for the plot, that's how magic works right now. Whereas Patrick Rothfuss says, okay, here's how magic works, here are all the rules. And then all of the magic events progress rationally from there.
Yeah, but you might not have done them as, coolly as he said.
I don't think he did. I think he's lying about almost all of it.
Well, the whole Bloodless story.
Well, don't give
I'm not
give me
giving it away! I didn't say why or what was happening. I was just saying that, I'm pretty sure that happened.
Tell you what, we gotta
sort
drive...
of as he told it.
We gotta drive, 11 hours to Vegas and 11 hours back. Maybe we'll listen to the Mistborn audio books. People have been telling me to read these books.
Mistborn? What, Tommy? I didn't hear you.
Not just people in Discord, but John Campbell.
I thought we were just gonna listen to Muse the whole
John
way.
was trying to get it. Are you serious?
11 hours of Muse.
I
Oh,
like Muse.
yeah.
I'd rather listen to an audiobook. But real people, not just these imaginary internet folks. I mean, I take their word for it because I love them like family, but you don't know most of them very well because you're not on here for 4 hours a day.
It's true, I'm not.
So let me give you someone that you know better from real life.
Yeah. Who?
I didn't recover. Andrea likes all you guys. I think it helps sometimes to be oh, it's not just this group of people who recommend it. It's not just that bunch of Persona 11 Undertale weebs.
I remember reading Twilight when I was on a cruise during spring break.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason that memory always gets evoked whenever I think of Twilight. It was a good cruise. It was Carnival because we were poor college students. Although I guess the fact that we even took a cruise for spring break tells you we're not actually poor college students. Yeah, I gotta go snorkeling and do a wine tasting, eat lots of food.
Oh shit.
I think we managed to sneak alcohol in. I think the trick is to put it as a mouthwash in Diet Blue. Put it in a mouthwash bottle.
Spur might be more your jam if I like well-defined magic. I do like well-defined magic. I'm gonna try really hard to get over the Mormon thing.
There's a Mormon thing in this game?
No, in Brandon Sanderson. It's a unfair prejudice that I have.
But what if it's good?
It could be good. Could be great. It's sort of like Scientologist celebrities. I like Tom Cruise, but I'm like, Tom Cruise is nuts. But I like this movie. He's nuts.
Well, he's not playing himself in the movie.
It's true.
I like this song.
Well, I've seen some very high level descriptions of the plots in some of Brandon Sanderson's books, and a lot of them have some of that you're trying to become the god of your own planet.
Well, so what's your opinion of C.S. Lewis?
Yeah.
You like C.S. Lewis, right?
I might take that to Divisive, the channel in Discord later. I do like C.S.
Oh, very good. I apologize. Yeah, we're skirting around a
Oh, I opened. I opened.
You opened the door.
I opened the door.
You opened the door. He opened the door, Your Honor. I should be able to further question. If I remember anything from Law and Order, it's that.
Thanks everybody for hanging out. That was a treat. I'll let you know.
But yeah, you can't separate the work from the author. Gonna do our banter.
I was muted for that whole thing. I think that the mute setting. Did you guys hear any of that? I don't think
Well,
so.
probably not if you were muted.
Well,
Anyway, blah blah, we're playing video games. It's gonna be the shit. You should tune in. Thank you all for tuning in. You're the best.
StarCraft Remastered, Metal Gear Rising, DLCs, 3 subblock games, possibly all on Tuesday, but depending on time, we might move some of them to Wednesday
Oh, and no
or
stream on
Thursday.
Friday because we're going to Las Vegas to
I want to see
see Muse.
Muse. Fallout 2, Return of the Overdin, Alpha Protocol, Full Metal Furies, and Racketeer.
Yeah, like I said, video games. It's gonna
I
be
think
the
the
shit. Tune in.
screen, the mute setting is there when I switch to it. I wonder how many times that's happened and I haven't noticed.
Is this our banter?
Are you mad that we're wasting banter on something you don't care about?
Yes.
Do you have something else to talk about?
Well, I was going to talk about how we're going to go to Tao, which is a great restaurant at the Venetian, where they have this like thinly cut steak that you put in a. It's like fondue, but with a boiling pot of water. Oh my god, it melts in your mouth. It's fucking amazing.
Are you excited for that?
And we're going to get Cane's in Arizona on the way because there's one off of I-40.
Are you more excited about Taco Bell Cantina, where they actually
And the
have
Taco Bell with
alcoholic
booze.
Baja Blasts?
Dude, Las Vegas is going to be awesome.
And now you'll go when it's not 115 degrees Fahrenheit / 45 degrees Celsius.
And I'll go with just you, so it'll be special.
Aw. Yes, kitties, you're so hungry.